Go.
By the order of the Peaky Freaking Blinders. Good morning to you, to the
Good
world.
morning.
The LB hour, the pound hour, the only place to be with Lonnie and the B, Ryan.
Yeah,
Right?
the L and the B here on 420. It's 420, and there's something in Congress trying to legal.
420.
Yeah, they're legalizing. They're trying to legalize banking for pot dealers or pot stores. So
Well, and if
it's
they do,
bipartisan.
maybe I'll invest.
Oh, that would have been a good investment even earlier. But yeah, I think there's
Yeah,
still
well,
money to be made.
unfortunately, yeah. I would invest in the green market.
Yeah,
And because I can't keep my eyes open most time. I'm stoned. I'm
yeah.
always stoned. Actually, that's not completely true. But uh, I do. Speaking of, let's go on to that side. It's 420, so why not, right? Let's
Yeah.
talk about the wild side of life there a little bit. I think that marijuana in particular. I'm an advocate for it actually. Now, Toxic House, of course, I'm an advocate for Toxic House as well. If Toxic House happens to be the studios over there where Brian's at the moment, which you're not in the studio today.
No, I think I might stay in here. I like the home.
Well, it's
Home.
a little warmer today. It's a little colder today too.
Yeah, home Zoom's a way to go. Maybe I'll keep that desk for our talk show. We'll do a talk show eventually. We'll sit some
Yeah,
people down. You have a lot of friends that are interesting, and it'd be nice to have them sit down. You can even host it. Just chit chat with these people.
yeah. I I think it'd be a good idea. I'm not quite certain what we want yet, but we'll add that to our dynamic on our
Well, it'd be fun to
first line.
interview Grump and Larry Wood as we head into the summer because things heat up for those two in the summer.
Well, um, yeah, that'd be funny. They're
Yeah,
definitely
I had a Peaky Blinders. What is it? Binders. Peaky Binders
Peaky Blinders.
related.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in a dream last night. I woke up and somebody was grabbing me and trying to pull me through this door, and I woke up and it was all people talking like this, and I'm trying to say Tommy. They're like, it's not Tommy, it's Tommy, and they were getting on my case for saying it wrong. It's Tommy.
Tommy, yeah, no,
Tommy.
that's funny. I know that we go over and over about that, but the background here is it throws me into that Peaky Blinders thing. That the old European type of background there. But yeah, Peaky Blinders is definitely a good show. Um, it's
Yeah, it totally
dark.
does. It's up there to me for me almost with pretty much with the Sopranos Breaking Bad level. Where
Hmm.
you're absorbed, where I don't want to watch it anymore, and then I do. I can't help it. I'm like, this is too much.
It's just too much. Yeah, you
When
can't.
when when Grace died, I was unhappy.
Yeah, I got that. Well,
Think
there's
of
another, and the other Grace was well, the horse was Grace, right?
think of Tommy. Now, did the horse die too?
I don't know. The great horse. The horse is called Grace's Secret, actually.
Yeah, but did Grace's secret die too? Because he's
I don't
getting a
know.
new horse. He's getting a new horse, but
He says he's getting a new
I
horse,
hope the
but
horse didn't die because that's the story I'm writing.
yeah, I don't know if it died or not.
In
Unfortunately,
1920s, they were killing a lot of horses to get back at people.
and then in the 50s, one of those horses survived, and they cut the head off and put it inside the.
Oh yeah. Well,
Uh,
and then Sopranos, that guy killed Tony's horse, and he beat the guy to death at his apartment.
mm, really? On
Yeah,
Sopranos? Yeah.
Joey Pantaleone. He was Guido the Killer Pimp.
Oh, Guido the Killer Pimp. That's funny.
Yeah, he
That
could have
was good.
retired after that. Once you're Guido the Killer Pimp, you got your celebrity for life.
Yeah, that was great. That was great. Guido the Killer Pimp. And if you don't know, folks, he's referencing "Risky Business" by Tom Cruise.
Yes.
That is a 1980s classic, and it's when your parents go away and you need to have, some fun. Apparently.
Yeah, and if Rebecca De Mornay says, "Let's take the train," you do it.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. She was a very beautiful girl. That's right. I remember that. But don't ever, 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 ever mess with the Fabergé eggs. Put them
Yes.
away. because we're fighting in that movie and in the Peaky Blinders, right?
Yeah, there's a Fabergé egg that's
Yeah, that's right.
key.
We went last
That
night.
actually, yeah, the Fabergé egg is a clue in the Peaky Blinders. It gets us to the bad guy that kidnapped Tommy's son, Charlie. Charlie.
Charlie,
Charlie.
Charlie, you hurt my finger, Charlie. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
But you hurt my finger, Charlie. But yeah, no, but Charlie, yeah, it's a good show. I can't wait for the next season or wherever it's at.
Yeah.
But are we caught up on that, by the way, all the way? Do you know?
On what?
Peaky Blinders.
I don't know. We're getting there, I think. I don't think we ended the season yesterday. Oh, but we're exit. We're episode 86, so that's kind of cool.
Oh, on here?
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know if you support this, but I'm thinking when we get to 100, then we go to 101, we start publicizing.
I say do it. Let's do it. Yay.
We got a 101. What did you have? You had a class 101, something 101.
Oh, I took Health 101. I took
No, but you were
English
doing
101.
skits. You were doing skits and you had a LOL, something
Oh,
101.
LOL. Oh.
We'll
Something
look back,
shoot, my brain just
Ooh.
gone now. Wow, look at that. Life of Lonnie.
We can watch
Life-
that old.
Was it Life of Lonnie?
Yeah. Lonnie's Online Logic.
Oh, Lonnie on Logic. Yeah.
Yeah, it's something 101 though. Class.
Lonnie on Logic. Yeah. Lonnie's life.
Lonnie's Online Logic. LOL 101.
Yep. LO1. That's right. Geesh. I'm in the level 102 now. I can't even believe it.
Well, it's kind of cool. I think classes I take from 101 wing. Yeah, but no, it's kind of cool. I think the LOL actually kind of it can be played off. That's kind of fun. Totally. We can do it on here too. Like when we get to 101, or we'll start telling people about it, because that way they can watch the current episode, then they go back and see how much we've improved. Because it's true, we have improved.
I guess.
Slowly. Oh, I've seen it. You should see the first one. It's a little grainy. Yeah, it's a lot better, and we're talking better. So
slowly, surely. Actually, I dated a girl named Shirley once, but won't go there. She's a sweetheart.
Slowly but surely. That's a Terrence Trent D'Arby line.
Actually, I love Terrence.
But
Terrence Trent D'Arby is good, man. That's a good.
The hell happened? He was great, and then he left. He just took off. I don't know.
Yeah, he was like, I can do what you can do, Prince. And then all of a sudden he walked off.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I thought anyways. He's kind of like, it's almost as if he did it just as a joke. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not that hard. I can do it. And then he did it. And then I was like, see ya. Is he still alive?
Yeah, he is.
What's his name? Terrence
Trent D'Arby, but it's like DRB with a accent mark.
Well. Hey, yesterday, by the way, I was looking into something here, and it was basically, now y'all folks know that I had some massive hemorrhagic bleed about 5 years ago, 4.5 years, 5 years ago now, actually.
Oh, really? You never told me.
No, what I mean is that my friends and family and stuff, they ended up doing a fundraiser for me, and well, they did a few of them. I will admit they did a few of them. And because I had some very large medical expenses and life expenses for the next year or two, it was pretty crazy. And it still does. Everything costs me more than it costs everybody else because I can't do it all myself, unfortunately. But I was on this website that a friend of mine opened up for me, and I will show you. Hang on here. Let me see. Because boom, and it is. Let's get set my way here. How do you see this? Where is it? Where is it? Boom, boom. You're on my Facebook. Huh. That's weird. I mean, you're on my Facebook.
I'm on your. How's that happening? I'm on your Facebook. Are you on mine?
I guess your Facebook is open on my thing on my computer here.
Oh, close it. Jeez.
Oh, I will. Hang on a second.
That's horrible.
Oh, it's gone. I think it was your account. I'm not sure. Yeah, it must have been. Because it had your face on there. But
I went on there to look at something.
Oh,
I got to remember. sign out.
What's that?
I got to remember
Oh
to
yeah,
sign
yeah.
out when I use other people's computers.
Heck yeah. It's not never good. You can, people can steal money from you.
Well, no, well, yeah, yeah, maybe.
I'm not going to do that. But by dang it, I can't find what I was looking for now, and I'll have to get back to it. But it was by darn it, I'm going to stop sharing my screen because I'm a moron. Give me just a moment there. But go ahead with yourself there, Brian.
Well, here's my Facebook. It's a Roaring Twenties pictures up there right now, and
Well, maybe it's not the one I had on there. I don't know. It just came on my.
yeah, I don't know.
Huh,
It's good stuff. Scroll your Facebook. I got good friends. There's a YouTube marketing course. We'll be taking that someday. Oh, pretty exciting though. We got a good lineup for Friday. It's
we do.
Sausage Fest 2021. We got Joe Robbins to help with the sound and maybe sing a song, and his son David to sing a song or two, and then the wacky wild Tony Jones.
Yes, that should be pretty darn good.
Yeah.
I'm excited to hear about that. And actually had a rapper contact me last night, and he is interested in being on the show. So that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Anything to be, anything would be great just to mix it up a little bit. I think what would you
definitely.
think?
Poets too. I might
Yeah.
even throw a poem in there. I got a poem I might work on or even read. I saw something where a guy was reading lyrics from different songs. It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Some songs actually as poems are even better than the song. It's really weird.
Well, I'm all up for doing poems. I used to be a poet of some sort when I was a kid, but thought I was. Oh, here we go. I was trying to say. This is what I was trying to show you. I found it. But
You know what? There's a lot of people around here and everywhere, basically, that are pretty good at a few impersonations. So if we can get somebody that can do a few impressions, that's hilarious.
Yeah, I think that'd be awesome, actually.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of anybody offhand that does great impressions around here, but I remember being at parties and people were pretty good. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, that was actually it was a fundraiser after my. Actually, that wasn't at the fundraiser. That was the picture for the fundraiser. But
yeah,
either way, the pictures they have here.
Well, when we all you weren't there, of course, but we all sang "Wind Beneath My Wings" about you. I want you to know that you're my hero.
No, you did not.
No, but if I thought about it, I should have done it. I mean, I really wish I'd go back and have the whole group do that, because that'd be a video you'd listen to the rest of your life.
Hey, that's Lonnie Knowles Sr. right there. That's my dad. But that's a picture of me as a chunky monkey. Actually, I wasn't bad. Actually, I look pretty handsome, pretty dashing right there.
Well, I like those two guys in the red coats too. I think it's Eric Lemire and I think Jason.
It's Nick Lemire and
close.
Chris Rowe.
Okay, yeah. Not even close. I was way off. But there's a really nice Jason.
But that right there is another.
That's awesome.
That's another Lonnie Knowles right there. He's Lonnie Knowles. He is a professional golfer. Actually, it's Game of Thrones. I don't know. No, that's Houston
you
golf.
Got a Lonnie Knowles. It's a black man, African American. I've got I got a Brian Calhoun that's a black man. I actually watched some of his videos and then subscribe to his page. He lives in California.
This is one of my pictures. I don't know why this is all on the this is me as running as a PUD commissioner. That's right.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
That's a good looking picture right there. I think that was my business card for years. I love that one. That's a good one. I don't know who this guy is.
That was a bad week for you. That's when
That's when that guy went to prison that looked like me, apparently. I'm not quite certain. But yeah, those are just and I did a fundraiser for a friend of mine. Carissa, she got her replaced. She'd have an organ replaced.
Wow.
And, that's a picture of her son and her.
Oh, that's cool. Her son's very happy, I bet, about you doing that.
Oh yeah, she had to have a new it's a really hard one. It's she has diabetes, and so her kidney, is it kidney? Not kidney.
Oh, probably.
No, it's not kidney. It's I don't know, they
No.
pancreas. Yeah, the
Wow,
pancreas.
you can get a pancreas
Yeah,
replacement.
yeah.
Wow.
They replace your pancreas. That's exactly what happened.
Wow.
So rare that they can do that. I mean, they flew her
Well,
up.
now, yeah, because like
They picked
Michael
her up.
Landon, yeah, Michael Landon died of that. So it's Swayze and Bill Bixby, but now they would be able to get transplants. That's amazing.
Yeah, she went over to was flown from Seattle. They called her real quick and they said, "Hey, we have one for you." She's been on a waiting list for a couple of years, and they picked her up and flew her to the Mayo Clinic back east, and Wisconsin, I think it is maybe. And yeah, she had that replaced, and she's been doing really well since then. But I mean, normally she's actually a doctor's assistant. She's a emergency nurse who works in the operating room at all times. Traveling nurse. She works in Washington, or Washington, Hawaii, and California, I think. But she's super sweetheart. But she was like I said, had to have that couple months, 6 months at least, taken out of her life. So she was hurting for funds on that whole thing. So yeah, that's, I don't know. This must be the other Lonnie Knowles. I don't know. But either way, it's kind of interesting to put your name in to Google sometimes and see what comes up. I
Yeah.
don't know who that guy is. Funny. But my dad, me.
I don't know who that guy is, but I think he's guilty.
I think so too. It's kind of funny. But yeah, so Google yourself sometime and see what comes up.
Yeah, I did that. I went on YouTube and I watched a guy's videos, and he was talking about Black Lives Matter and how he wanted them to focus on the nuclear family, which I liked that attitude. I liked him saying that. So
Yeah. Well, the nuclear family is great. I mean, if we're not all scientists, though, what is that going to do for us? I'm kidding.
exactly.
No, the nuclear family. If we could actually do that, that'd be great.
Well, and that's not even a race thing. We all should do that if we can. And even
Well, not a race thing,
extended
no.
family, extended families are good too.
Well, they are, but don't get me wrong. I think that the nuclear family has been. There we go. I'm a little off. Anyways, I think the nuclear family has been. People don't even think about it anymore. They're like, well, you know what? We can do this by ourselves. We can get divorced. We can get married. We get divorced, and it won't hurt the kids. My whole thing was with my kids in particular. We got divorced. I was married, got divorced, and it's like I was bound and determined to do my kids better than I thought I was done. Because I make sure that my father, as a father, that I was there at all times. And because my father was not, so I thought we have to at least do that. I mean, I tried to stay married as long as I could, but it just doesn't always work. So instead of killing each other, you go onward and upwards, but you can't stay out of people's lives. You can't.
Oh yeah.
Can you imagine, Brian? You know how close you are with your kids. Can you imagine your kids being raised by somebody else down in California?
No, it's heartbreaking to even think about it. I
Yeah.
was thinking of that the transplant you're talking about. I was thinking about my brother Bruce, who passed away in October, but about a year and a half before that, he gave one of his kidneys to his wife, and she is now alive and well because of that. So it's quite a legacy when you think about it.
In Viva la Bruce.
My brother Bruce, yeah.
But he's living on inside somebody else. I mean,
yes.
Honestly. I mean, he's still living, but I mean, his kid, whatever.
Yeah, beyond the spirit, he's got a physical presence, and that somebody else that he loved is still alive and well. That's pretty powerful stuff. I don't mean to get too emotional, but
yeah, no, it definitely is. I think that are you an organ donor?
Yeah, I mean, it's on my license. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, I signed up for it once.
Am I an organ donor? As often as possible, baby. No.
Oh, hey, I wanted to show the guy, Brian Calhoun, lives in California. He's a vet, and he just talks about life basically and working out. And
do you follow him?
Yeah, I'm a subscriber. He does. I love that because of the name Calhoun. He does like tri-tip steak Calhoun style. He's really got.
And he does, he's the right spelling too.
Yeah, well, that's it. I had to go with the exact spelling, so that's kind of cool. One of these days, I'll message him or something.
Well, one of these days is not coming tomorrow, so
Well, I
better
might
do
do
it,
it
you better do it
today.
today. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So
Never put past today for what you can do tomorrow, or is it vice versa?
could get dicey though because with the same last name, there's a reason we have the same last name, and it's not a good one. So could get a little,
You never
dicey
know.
would be. Yeah.
You never know.
But I have denounced my Uncle John, so I hope that means something because he was the.
Well, don't bring Uncle John up.
Oh, I hope no. Well, yeah.
Say, hey, do you know you hate yourself?
I'm sure he knows about Uncle John C. Calhoun.
Maybe, but maybe not.
Maybe. I don't know.
I mean, being he was a military vet, looks like.
Yeah.
Just super cool. And so he probably does. He probably got a lot of ration of crap from his like leaders, his, I don't know, it would be his drill instructors or anything like that. But if somebody had to know back in the day. I mean, I didn't know much about who Brian Calhoun, or not Brian Calhoun, but President Calhoun was until you reminded me, you told me about it. And then also, I rarely hear about it, but I do hear about it now on a blue moon.
Yeah.
President Calhoun. If I'm watching History
Channel. Vice president.
Vice president.
Yeah, he was never president, but
I thought he was president.
No, vice president twice. The only man to be vice president 2 times under different presidents.
That's it.
He didn't like either one of them, John Quincy Adams and Andrew Jackson.
That's quite a distinction, though. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's the only guy ever to do that.
Mm-hmm. Well, but
now, if Biden switched with Kamala Harris, then he'd be a vice president under 2, but I don't think he's going to give that job up.
Yeah, I don't see him doing that.
Okay. It's kind of fun to find somebody with the same name. I like that.
So I have a baby picture around here somewhere of me yawning. And I'm telling you what, I'm exactly the same person. I'm just larger. I have this really weird picture of my young. I look exactly the same. It's so weird. It's just my face, everything about it is just exactly the same. I'm going backwards some sort. I didn't think I looked like somebody. I mean, in my family, I didn't think I looked like anybody for a long time, And then it was like, the older I get, the more I look like my dad or my, I think I probably got out of proportion as I was a chunky child, and I'm a little chunky now, but I can lose this. It's like, I hate to do it actually. So next time you'll see me, I'll be a skinny and crackhead. I'll do that. But no, but it is bikini summer coming up, so I need to quit eating until then.
Yeah, bikini season is in another month or so. You got to be ready.
Yeah, I'm going to be ready. So, do you have any? Okay, besides this pandemic, do you have any plans for the summer, Brian?
Well, I want to get out to the rivers and the creeks and maybe travel even. I don't know. I wanted to go to LA, but I don't know if in the summer is a good time. It might be too hot. So just have a lot of fun around here. I want to get that Friday Night Live really kicking.
Yeah, I think it's actually, we can do pretty good stuff with that. I think that's going to be good. We might even have to go to weekly, just saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. I've been hoping for that.
Yeah, I think it's a possibility because right now we do every 2 weeks, and starting people are watching and they're starting to want to be on there. So that's cool.
Yeah. One thing I'm going to do this summer is get the grill going and get the robe out, and the grill, the drill, and the robe. So that's from last year. I have that robe. I want to use that in a skit sometime. It's a pretty cool robe from the biblical times. Pretty good haircut too, I must say.
I don't know what robe you're referring to.
You don't see that I'm wearing a robe? Let's get it going. No. You seeing that?
Oh, that robe. Yeah.
Yeah,
There
wearing a
you go.
robe. I got a new barbecue though, so that sucker's my backup.
Yeah,
That'd
that
be a
was like,
good camping.
that was gonna catch fire. The whole thing's gonna blow up. If I would have, if that fire would have had my house the other day, not fire, but when I was doing my grill, that would have caught fire on that thing right there. I'm sure.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
that's funny. Actually, matter of fact, I could get a little fire thing underneath there, and I need to do that. So we saw those at the. You can get like a fireproof mat that I can put on that grill. So under that
Yeah.
grill. So I'll do that. Yeah,
Heck yeah, I would.
definitely do that. I'll do that today. Um, yeah. Remind me to your job so I don't burn the house down.
Yeah.
I think right there, that'd be great. Yeah. But as far as I do have questions for us now and again, if you want to answer one of these questions for you.
Yeah.
These questions come from conversationsstartersworld.com. So, but this one is, let me see here. Let me switch that one quick. We've gotten close to that one.
I want to show you one more picture, then ask questions. Remember that
Okay.
guy? Remember that kid?
Hang on one second. I can't see. Okay. There we go.
Recognize
Yes, I do.
that
I
guy?
love that kid.
Yeah.
He's a good kid. It's my son, Chandler.
Chandler.
That's
All right,
his
go ahead.
graduation.
Ask questions.
My question refers to, actually, I just lost my questions because I'm more on. I'm more often on, folks. So you gotta kind of keep with me. Okay. Now that indie publishing has become easier, have books gotten worse or better?
Oh, I think they've gotten better, and
What is indie publishing, first off?
it's like self-publishing. You go through
Self-publishing?
Amazon or
Okay,
whatever, and you
there you
you
go.
do something like this: publish a book, comb your hair, and
Yeah.
it's
And
on Amazon. So yeah, it's easier,
oh,
but I think that you get a lot of bad books and a lot of surprisingly good books. You get both.
yeah. And speaking of which, can you show us your books that you have?
I'll show you this one again. I
I
can
know,
go to
I know you.
Amazon. I'll go to Amazon and look it up. So keep asking questions while I do that.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah. I mean, I think it's important actually for each person to publish their book, their own little book, whatever it is.
Well, I'm proud too that I published a book for an 85-year-old man named Carl Woodward that had a space book.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, he loved it, and
What was that called?
it was called The Man from the Stars. It was actually a pretty good book.
Was it Starman?
No, The Man from the
I
Stars.
know.
It was pretty wild. He got kidnapped and sent to a distant planet, and then they were like caveman situation. He built all these things, and then he got a woman, and then when he went back, he realized his wife had moved on, so he ended up back on the new planet. It was pretty cool.
Well, yeah, I was saying it's kind of ironic that recently you watched Starman and you highly enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Now you know why, because where that man had to move to, the new planet, he came to Earth and became Starman.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny how that works. But do you have that book in front of you by any chance? Because you're not in front of you, but can you grab a copy of it and show us?
Man from the Stars?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me grab it.
If you have one, that'd be cool. Yeah, so yes, Brian is multi-talented and he gets to do that kind of stuff. Works on books and show us what you got, Brian.
Can you see that?
It's shiny, but The Man from the Stars by Carl Woodward. Yes. And with E. Brian Calhoun. Absolutely. So speaking of which, he wrote the story, right? And then you just helped him. What did you do?
Well, he had written the story, but it needed a lot of work on the writing, and he admitted that. So I went through I rewrote it basically, but kept the story, but I went back and just did a new file on it and got rid of some things and got his approval.
Made it eligible to read.
Yeah, it was more editing, and we got it down to a good story. I'll read you the description of the story.
And you got it produced for him, so that's cool.
Yeah, and he's selling it, and he's happy. And he gave me a little bit of money, not much. This was a year and a half ago, but I told him it's yours now. Don't worry about me. And if he needs help on another one, let me know. So here's the story. His name was Lance. At least he thought it was. The injection had scrambled his memory, Banished to a distant planet, naked and unarmed, he was left to die in an unforgiving wilderness. To survive, he would need every ounce of skill, every last bit of knowledge he possessed. In the past, he was a street cop in a crime infested neighborhood. In the present, he is a man alone in a strange and dangerous world. In the future, he is destined to become the one they call the man from the stars. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I'd say I like it.
I'm actually better at that than the actual writing books.
What, saying it?
Doing the little synopsis that you could you get a movie made just off that back part. You could
Off the
read
back
that
part,
to
yeah.
a producer and they go, okay, I got you.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I can. I think it's all about the backstory, and that's how, like I was doing with the characters. That's exactly how that book is. You just write the backstory on it, and it's like, oh, okay, you sold me on it. You know what I mean? Yeah. I can understand now.
Oh,
And
yeah.
and that's got a lot to it, so that's good.
I don't know how you feel about this, but I'd like to have this guy on Friday Night Live at least one time. Remember this cat? Austin Powers?
I wouldn't oppose to it at all whatsoever.
Yeah,
I mean,
we'll set that up when we have the right act with it.
sure. Well, actually, maybe that's coming up, because if we're gonna have this rapper, possibly,
Oh, yeah.
if we have him on there, we could do Austin Powers. Matter of fact, what we'd probably do, we would have to do Austin Powers first. I'd rather have you do it first, and then maybe on the next episode or the one after that, we do Dr. Evil with Austin Powers. However, I don't want to shave my head.
Yeah.
But we could do it. We could definitely do it. It takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of patience. But I think we could definitely do it. I think it'd be great to see you do Austin again one time,
Yeah.
at least, and then sometime down the road have his partner, kick
Yeah.
in.
Well,
That'd be
I'd
pretty
like to
fun.
do a song. He does that song on the BBC. Remember that one? BBC One, BBC Two, and all that. So that'd be a fun song
Yeah.
to sing.
Well, who's gonna play that for you? You just play them. Yeah.
They just
got-
play the music behind you, and then
Well, the problem, I don't know, there's no problem, but
yeah, karaoke music behind you.
can you do that without getting fined or anything?
You can do it on Facebook apparently, but not on YouTube. YouTube will give you a strike. That's it. They won't take you off. But Facebook apparently is letting you do
Well, maybe this
cover
Friday,
songs.
yeah, maybe this Friday you can talk to Joe or somebody who can maybe play that song for you or figure it out,
Yeah.
BBC once, BBC twice.
Yeah, that'd
Yeah,
be,
that'd be
have
funny.
a band doing it. That'd be pretty good. Couple guys, just like Joe and a drummer.
Yeah, that'd be good, man. That'd be good.
Yeah. Okay, hit one more, and then I'll get off talking about this stuff. But you're saying the other book is Wishes in a Jar, a delightful children's story, and then a residual check there, and that's on Amazon too. So
Wishes in a Jar. You know what?
yeah, there is a boy with a pink guitar. He keeps his wishes in a jar. That's all I can tell you. But I had somebody read it the other day and they loved it and wanted a bunch of copies. So I got to get that going.
Well, that's cool. No, I once read a story about a boy with a pink. No, I'm just kidding. No, that's good. I like the pink guitar.
Yeah, it's
Pink
based
guitar.
on a true story. I knew a boy with a pink guitar and he kept his wishes in a jar. And I said, well, that's got to be a book right there.
That's a rhyming time right there. I think that's great. And that little boy is now grown up.
He's 72 now.
No, okay.
He's retired and he's probably
No, but
14 maybe, but yeah. So teen years. I even wanted to do a sequel this Christmas about where he gives up the guitar in his childish ways and then gives it to somebody else.
well,
Learns a lesson.
oddly enough, I'm thinking here, that pink guitar.
I want a pink guitar, actually.
Did that pink guitar, did that come from you?
No, I didn't buy the pink guitar. I heard of the story and
I thought in
His
particular.
mother told me the story. My son has a pink guitar, and I think I knew that. And she said he keeps his wishes in a jar, those dandelion wishes. And I said, "Wow, that's a poem." So
It
I
is,
wrote, I
but I
wrote
was
the
saying,
poem.
it wouldn't surprise me because I think my daughter once had a pink guitar and probably gave it or sold it to you. I thought, well, shoot,
No,
maybe.
no, I never. I don't think I was involved in the purchase of the pink
Huh.
guitar. I don't think so. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's a possibility though. I really do because I don't know where in particular the pink guitar went that she had.
Yeah.
You
We
know,
we gave away a guitar at the Eagles, and then the person who won it said, "I don't play guitar." It was a woman in her 80s, I believe, and she just gave it back. So I think that's in the garage now. One of those guitars from
huh.
Pets, Pawns, and Instruments. Scotty, the great Scotty.
Great Scott. Great Scott is
Oh,
doing it pretty good.
he's a good
Actually,
guy. He gives me a deal. He gave me a hell of a deal on that. Well,
Great
he
Scott is
gave
a
it to
great
us.
guy.
What?
I said, Great Scott is a great guy.
I like him.
Yes, he
I got no qualms.
no qualms. No, he's a little, a little right sometimes.
Yeah.
And I mean that politically, but it doesn't matter. He's a pretty good guy. And he does give good deals with people on certain things, friends and families and whatnot. And
He donated a guitar for a cause. That's good. And
he's donated many.
the money went to helping a lady who needed a prosthetic leg. So there you go.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's great. And yeah, he's done a lot. He helps anytime I ever ask, he's right there.
Yeah.
One of the first ones to stand up and say, hey, how can I help? Boom. I have the finances, and he doesn't shy from his what he considers his
Civic.
civic duties in this world, or he's just a good person. And as much as crap as I'd like to give him because he's a friend of mine, he's actually he's a good person. And
Well, he gave me 20% off on one piece of equipment I bought and some drum things. He gives me a heck 20 to 25% off. He'll make deals with me. I like it.
he'll haggle himself. No, that's too much. No. Actually, no. The cool thing is that I know that my son, first time I introduced him to my son, he asked him about how's your grades, and at the time my son's grades were great, and so he's like, here, have a Nintendo game or whatever.
Whoa.
Yeah. It was just really, it was our cute Xbox something or other, some type of game. And it was really cool. He liked it. And so I think my son was a huge fan of his after that. So that was good.
Yeah. Well, it's great to have a place like that. It's like beyond a pawn shop. It seems.
No, it is.
Like
I should go in there and
goods.
show my daughter's grades. He'd be broke.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta pay up, buddy. But
you know what? He probably knows 20 or 30 guitar players because people come in there to buy equipment. He knows people. So
yeah, we should go and talk to him sometime.
Yeah, let's go chat with him.
Yeah, he's currently on my Salvation Army board, and he's debating about taking a leave of absence off that board. We all are actually, but that's because once again, as the changing of the guard happens, and we don't want to be part of it in the middle of it. It's just
no, but you guys have a lot to offer, especially you and him, for the downtowners, because he's on Commerce and you're active. I mean, I'd love to see more going on with that. He has good ideas. So yeah, we should go see old Scotty.
Yes, most definitely. We can definitely do that.
Yeah.
Go visit him soon. I'll go buy some stuff to patronize him. I really do actually, but I always think about it, but I just don't do it. So
yeah. Well, I fixed my PA a little bit. It sounds better, but maybe we need something for sound or light or something. He has that stuff. So
yeah,
he's a good guy.
Well, I think that one that Joe had, that red one, was pretty cool.
Oh yeah. We should go in and see what he's got. Knowing Scott, he'd probably want to sponsor it because if all these musicians are playing, that'd be good for him. But I can't take money, so we can't take money. So
we can put a little sign on that says Pet Pawns and
if
you never know. You never know. I'm not even worried about it because
no, I just want to promote him right now because that's a good place to get deals. If you
although I will tell you, I think he's been, because he was politically active for quite a long time on the city council and a couple other boards. He dropped back from one. He said that his business is doing really, really good. So
Yeah. Probably get spread too thin.
well, I think he did. That was the problem. You know, he knows that now. He's like he's done better than he ever has done, kind of, sort of. You know, it's like I don't know. Although I'm going to tell him and say they told me that recently, right now, he's like, I dropped off this board and now I'm making 3 times as much money as I ever did on that, right? So I'm about to say to him, well, obviously it's because of the administration change. You know, now it's Biden's in there. You're making a ton of money, which is kind of funny. But I mean, gotta say it to him actually sometime.
Well,
But
they probably selling a lot more guns because people get scared that guns are going
right,
to get taken away. So
which is funny because the only time that the government ever talked about actually coming against the people was in the last administration when they were picking people up in the middle. That was weird. That was weird. I'll tell you, probably one of the weirdest times and scarier times of my life for American people, which was basically when the protesters were being picked up and by the government, you know,
yeah.
the
Well, we
secret police.
gotta brace ourselves now because the verdict is coming in on the George Floyd. Could happen today. So I'm hoping that
Oh,
it's
the verdict is today.
could be. They're in deliberation. So I'm kind of praying for that it just comes out right.
How
Whatever
much
that
is
is. I don't know enough to know, but whatever is the right thing and that it's not too crazy and too violent.
well, as far as it goes, what do you think that should be? You watched the videos and stuff. What do you think it should be? The
I haven't
outcome of
watched
it.
enough of the trial, but my gut instinct, and just from what I know, I hope he's found guilty because that could have been done a lot better. It could have been done differently, and George would have just gone to jail.
Yep, for a long time. Well, not a long
Well,
time.
no, we don't even
Not a
know.
long
He
time. It was a
may not
$20
have even
bill.
gone to jail. He was
It was a,
supposedly involved in a counterfeit $20 bill, but yeah, we don't know I don't know
whoopity-doo.
the details.
Yeah, that was the whole thing. It was a fake $20 bill. And yeah, you go to jail for a week. I mean, honestly, I think trying to scam somebody for 20
Well,
bucks.
he may not have known though. If you don't know it's counterfeit,
Right. That's true too. That's true too. I watched people accept, I mean, literally, I watched cashiers accept $20 bills, fake ones up and $10 bills and $20 bills at the Bon Marché up in Seattle. And I swear to you, they knew exactly it was fake. And so I busted people. It was like, walking out the door, $300 of the fake dollar bills or $20 bills. And I said,
Yeah.
nope, you're coming with me, buddy, because this is not okay, But either way, the person's an idiot, but they don't deserve to die.
Yeah.
One $20 bill, whatever, and you don't even know if that person knew it was fake because they look real,
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I just hope for the best on this one. I remember the Rodney King verdict, and that was crazy. And
yeah,
I was supposed to fly to LA that day, and I said I can't do it. It's getting torn to pieces. So I went to Vegas.
yeah. Did you really?
Oh yeah, and then I met a psychic that every prediction he made happened within the next 2 years. It was mind-boggling.
Was that April 17, 1992?
I'm not sure the date, but it was 92. Yeah, I was
April 25th or April 17th, I don't quite know.
something like that. I was booked to go to LA, and then I watched on TV and I called the airline and they switched us over to Vegas.
Really?
I met this guy and he seemed to be a psychic. He knew a lot about how many kids in my family, and he knew I was left-handed, which is not that amazing because I had my watch on my right hand. So, but the other stuff, he said I would have my first child within a year and a half.
Wow.
Knew how many
That's cool.
brothers. He knew the amount of siblings, not exactly.
April 29th, by the way.
Yeah, he knew how many siblings I had, but he didn't know, how many boys and girls. But he knew that one of them died at birth, before birth. He knew my mom lost one, but that was pretty impressive, I thought.
Yeah, I think so too.
I knew there were 7 kids in my family.
Yeah, and Is that including that one? The best?
No, and he said one didn't make it.
I imagine Widow's Peaks, going to have giant Widow Peaks. It's okay.
So you know what I said to him is I said, the Blazers are playing and I would like to know who's going to win. And he
Yes.
said he couldn't help me on that. You know, if he's a psychic, because I was going to bet $20 on the Blazers, but he said, I can't help you there.
Yeah. But that's what it was, April 29th, 1982.
Wow.
There was a riot in the streets. Tell me, where were you? That's the beginning of a song. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Oh, is that what the song? Yeah.
Yeah, that's Sublime.
I was getting ready to head out to LA.
I can't remember where I was at because there's so many big things between that one and the O.J. Simpson trial.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know which one was where I was at. 1992. So I was living in Seattle, actually going to Highline Community College when it happened. So yeah.
That was crazy. That was scary.
Actually, that's not true because that last quarter I went back to LCC, so I was here in town.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
It would have been your freshman year in college. Freshman year in college.
So yeah, but April 29th will be the end of, that would have been the beginning of the spring quarter, yeah.
Did anything happen locally? I mean, were there any protests or anything at the
I don't recall there being any protest. Well, sadly, there should have been, and then maybe there was. I don't recall. That was the point when I really forgot a lot of stuff, when I had to have my brain racked, and I was at a bad time. I was 19, I think it was. So
yeah.
18.
Well, Vegas was interesting that day because guys showed up. They just left LA quickly with nothing, without preparing. The guy I met, him and his buddy, they were in construction gear that had paint on it and they were dirty because they said once they heard the verdict, they got in their trucks and got the hell out of LA.
Yeah, I wouldn't even mess around, man. I wouldn't even have messed around. That's not a place to be. That's just, it's just like, when there's a rumbling in the streets like that, oh my gosh.
Yeah, there were a lot of people that came in the night before just in anticipation of a bad verdict. So
I was now the OJ verdict. I was going on an airplane and being in the airport waiting for the verdict on that one, and I was in Colorado or something like that, flying from I don't know where I was going, but But what day was that?
That was in 95, and I think October, but I'm not sure. But there was no protest for that because he was found not guilty, and so.
Yeah, but it was, everybody was on pins and needles.
Oh yeah, high alert.
Yeah, it was like everybody was, because I was going to Vegas myself. That's where I was going actually.
Oh wow.
That's where I was going to Vegas. Now I was in Portland, and I'm going to go to Portland to Colorado. Why? I don't know. Down to Vegas. And I just remember getting on the plane and people were staring at that. I mean, everybody in the airport is just staring at the TV, We're waiting for somebody to, because you didn't know what was going to happen either direction. You know what I mean?
Well, I watched the trial. I watched every day, and I watched all the commentary and all that. And I thought he was going to get off. I thought they had messed up too bad.
It's like I'd watch that Suburban travel 5 miles for about 100 hours. 100 hours of watching the Suburban drive by. It's just but yeah, that's
making him put on the gloves, man. That was the worst move ever. And then Mark Furman being a sketchy guy, and those two things were enough to plant.
If the glove don't fit, you can't. You can't.
In reality,
you must quit. No.
In reality, if the glove don't fit, it's because he's wearing a rubber glove underneath, and they're all shriveled up gloves that he's putting on. So the glove didn't fit because of using the wrong glove. They could have just said a glove that's very similar with no rubber underneath it and would have put it on there because they wanted to create the image of OJ in those gloves. They wanted to get him in that outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If the glove don't, I think that's, you must have quit. That's some bullshit.
Yeah, but that works. That's powerful because they built, bless you, they built their case off that the glove was going to fit and they were going to see the image of OJ with the gloves. Oh no, he is the murderer. But then he's like this.
He got his hands wet and he's like,
well, and you could do that if they say put on a glove. Anybody can make it look hard. It was a dumb move all the way around. They were just not very good at what they did.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I think you're right. And well, Johnny Cochran was great then,
Yeah.
He
played on their emotions.
Yeah, but that's what these lawyers do. They're good at it. They're very good at it. But yeah, I don't recall. I mean, I don't know why in particular. I don't know. I put the racial bias on everything is ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
And the celebrity bias is ridiculous because to me, O.J. Simpson should have been toast, but
yeah,
they tried to pull all these little tricks and trades, and they did. It worked. So honestly, in regards to that, I think that you pay what you get. You get what you pay for. He paid for a top-notch lawyer, and he got one.
Well, and the main prosecutor didn't take the case. Gil Garcetti. He gave it to Marcia Clark and Christopher Darden. And
I thought Marcia Clark did a good job, but that was
I'm not sure how you would come to that conclusion.
Well, I mean, I was just watching at the time. I thought
she made the decision, I believe, to have him try on the glove.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, you're saying that was the dumbest thing. I must have some on my face.
And she didn't say anything in advance about Mark Furman wrote a screenplay where he said racial things. There are some questions about his racism. However, he did conduct it this way, but it just looked like a racist cop planted evidence possibly. And
Furman, I thought Mark Furman was off that's off of Rodney King, isn't it?
No, Mark Furman was the guy that found the glove.
Oh, really?
He'd written a screenplay where there was racist cops, but he also wanted to get disability because he was becoming too racist and hateful and all that. So, yeah, it was a bad move. If they had either said something in advance or just if they could have had somebody other than Mark Furman finding the glove and being on the case. But he wanted to get OJ. He was excited about it.
Weird.
But at least we got to know Kato. We met Kato Kaelin.
Yes, we did. I don't know what the hell happened to him. I don't really care. But
no, he got a couple shows. He did okay for himself.
Right. Kato Kaelin was one having an affair, right? No.
I mean, he was the guy living in the guest house, OJ's guest
house. That's right. But I don't know. That's some weird stuff.
When OJ ran down the corridor next to the guest house, he bumped into something and dropped a glove, and Kato woke up. And then Mark Furman found the glove. See, if Kato had found the glove, we might have had a different story. But yeah, so OJ's living on $30,000 a month, and they can't take a dime of it because he has a pension. So,
well, it is hard to live off of $30,000 a month.
It is.
I couldn't possibly fathom it. Although I do believe there's what jobs can you ever get paid enough to make $30,000 a month?
Yeah, I'm not sure how they pulled that off. That's
$3 million a year, right? So
$360,000 a year.
No, is it? Yeah, 360,000 a year.
Yeah, that's still pretty solid for a guy that's not working.
Or is it 3,600,000?
No, 360,000.
Okay, you're right. Sorry.
That's still pretty damn good.
Yeah.
OJ's fighting Jake Paul in May, so that's going to be interesting.
You could be a the only thing I can think of is a brain surgeon,
Yeah, I don't know
or a
any
heart surgeon.
offhand that's making 30,000 a month, but
That's what I mean. But a brain surgeon or a heart surgeon could
yeah.
do that. $30,000 a month, you could buy his house in 3 months. Or well, actually, that's not true, but you could buy a few houses a year.
Would you watch Jake Paul versus OJ in a celebrity fight?
Now that one I'd watch. Yeah, that one I would watch. Yeah,
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
you know,
He's a little old though.
I liked Magic Johnson, so I think that.
Oh,
They could,
Magic against Jake Paul could if he got in shape, or Charles
well, I think that
Barkley.
Magic and Simpson should go at it, and
Oh, okay.
let Magic palm his head a little bit.
Well, Magic is like so well, so loved by America and the world, and
And
against so
Simpson
many
is
people.
so
Yeah, that'd be
hated.
good.
You know what I mean?
Hero versus villain, that'd be awesome.
That would be, but that is a ticket and a half right there. And I'm seriously, you put that together. We spent some time put that together. If we can make that happen, holy crap! How much millions of dollars would you make? I mean, that's a true fight right there.
Yeah.
I mean, because even if a Magic got AIDS on Simpson, he's gonna die anyways. No, you know. It'd be good. People would like that. People would pay for that. That's we're gonna make it happen now, Brian. That's like,
After Nate Robinson's fight, I think basketball players may be staying out of the ring. But he wants a rematch, Nate Robinson against Jake Paul. So basketball players shouldn't box, but he wants to do it again.
well, I think that and OJ Simpson's those are both phenomenal athletes,
Yeah.
And OJ Simpson,
hands are crippled. He's pretty messed up.
OJ's?
Yeah, he's got some arthritis.
Good. Hate to say that, but we should look into that and make it happen. And we could take some pictures and make it TikTok it and make it happen and make some little thing people to start promoting it, and we could find the promoter who promoted Jake Paul. Matter of fact, find Jake Paul. Let's get him on board with this and make it happen. I think it'd be fun.
That might even be too weird for him.
But the amount of money would be very substantial.
Yeah. I don't think Magic would do it. He's too happy. His life's too good. Oh yeah, his life's going great. He's just being a Laker fan, and he's got like 300 theaters or something. He's got so many businesses.
I know that's the problem with Magic. There's no problem there at all, by the way. No. But Magic has done so well for himself and financially and community-wise, and giving back to people. I think in particular, I mean, he has. I think he makes. I mean, his net worth is like $1 billion.
Well, yeah, he and Larry Bird saved the NBA. It was struggling bad, and they weren't even putting the games on national TV. They're pre-recording the games. The NBA was in trouble, and then Magic and Larry played in college in the championship game and became the rivalry that saved the NBA and set up the Michael Jordan era. So Magic's a hero in a lot of people's eyes. So.
Yeah.
He just had a little proclivity. He had a proclivity for sex that got him in some trouble.
Magic Johnson, $600 million.
They're saying he had a Magic Johnson.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's worth 700 million?
He's worth 600 million.
Yeah, I think because the theaters are going down a little bit, it might have hurt him. So I think he was up closer to $1 billion there for a while.
Yeah, well,
Irvin.
OJ Simpson's net worth is $3 million now.
Yeah, not bad for a murder.
Yeah, for a prison, for a supposed murder or whatever. And you know what? And if he didn't do it, God bless him, and best wishes on that stuff.
Yeah.
But let's see here. How old actually is OJ Simpson is 73.
Yeah, Magic 61 or 2. I'm not sure. So I think 62. He turned in March, maybe.
But he's a professional football player, so he could theoretically be a little tougher, maybe.
Well, he said when he played, OJ said there was nobody in the NFL that he couldn't beat in a fight.
Really?
Yeah, he said he went into every game knowing he was the toughest man on the field.
Really?
Yeah, he had no fear. He was pretty amazing.
That's crazy. Well, but the Magic Johnson is how old you say he was?
He's born August 14th, 1959. He's 2 months younger than me at 61.
And how old is how we said?
I think you said OJ's 73.
Yeah, so OJ should go out fighting. I think it'd be great. I think it'd be great. That's funny. And he thinks he's the toughest. Yeah, that's funny.
I'd like to see Wesley Snipes fight somebody. He was trying to fight Joe Rogan 10 years ago, but it never happened.
Yeah, I think Wesley Snipes, regardless, he has some fighting abilities. You know,
Yeah, but I think against Joe Rogan, it wouldn't have gone well for Wesley.
probably not Joe Rogan.
Joe was national champ in
yeah,
one of those things, not Kajakembo, but the kicking one.
Taekwondo.
Yeah, and plus he's jujitsu, so he would end up choking Wesley out. But I think it'd be entertaining for a round, maybe.
Well, so some people do it for health, some people do it for.
Well, Wesley needed money when he was having that trouble with the IRS, but I think he's okay now. So.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm sure he could do it. You know, I don't even want to, but
he's a little old now too. So.
Yeah, I think. But Magic
How
Johnson.
about Ryan Reynolds against Jake Paul?
Although Ryan Reynolds is kind of a big dude, actually.
He's pretty built. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen some of his. Yeah, he's pretty built, but doesn't mean he can take a punch or give a punch. You know.
No, and that
he
face.
He can give and take a punchline though. That's for damn sure.
His face is his meal ticket, so I don't think he's going to be boxing.
You wouldn't think so, but like Oscar De La Hoya was the golden boy, and
he's a little messed up. There's a video out there, a bunch of videos about Oscar De La Hoya being messed up, drunk, and maybe on drugs the night of the fight. He was doing some commentary.
But he was also, I mean, he was the golden boy. His face is just not hurt. He's just got this great skin or whatever he does, you know. It's just
he's an all-time great. He fought everybody. I liked him, but he's
you know what he should get into? He should promote Oil of Olay.
Yeah,
that'd be great. That's a good call for him. You know, Oil of Olay, I still beautiful. You know, but anyways, I think it's actually about that time, Brian. So I'll let you go. I'm gonna get out of here. We got to pound it out. I think I'm on 7 or 8. Is it 8? I think it's 8.
I know you're on something.
This is on 9 right here. Then, so ready?
It's not 8. I think it's 7, but we'll check it out.
You check it out. Okay, well,
okay, I'm ready.
I'll say 8.
Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Ah. Yeah.
That's too funny, baby. It's saran wrap.
All right. Well, good job. I'll try to get you tomorrow.
It's funny because what you don't know is that Carson has been behind you showing me what you're doing.
Exactly.
No, actually, the cat is. He's like,
the cat. I wouldn't put it past the cat. Well, we'll see you tomorrow.
Later, guy. Have a great